Hey, take a look at this. If you are asked the question, which of these metal rods will conduct heat the most and which one will conduct heat the least, can you answer that question? Welcome to Knowledge Base. In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to tell which one of these metal will conduct heat the most and which one will conduct heat the less. We can do that in an experiment to determine the thermal conductivity of different metals. Before we dive right into the video, let us look at the concept of conduction. What is conduction? Conduction is the process of transferring heat through a material while the particles remain in their average location or position. In other words, if heat can transfer from one point of a material to another point of the material without a visible movement of the particles, that process is known as conduction. However, if the particles are moving, it will now be described as expansion. So, we should not confuse conductivity for expansivity. Conductivity is the ability of the material to conduct heat, while expansivity is the ability of the material to increase in size by visible movement of the material. Now that we know what conductivity is, let us look at all of this metal and determine which of these metal rods will conduct heat the most and which one will conduct heat the least. In this experiment, there is a flame hitting the metal at the center. Each of these rods are heated at the center at the same time. It might not be clear enough, but in this image you can see that there is a flame underneath the center of this rod. And at the tip of the rods, we have metal sheets attached with the aid of wax, such that when heated up, the wax can melt up and the sheets can fall off. So we want to tell which of them will conduct the heat the most to melt the wax and for the sheet to fall off from the rods. Let's look at the first one. When heated up, after some time, you discover that the metal sheet falls off from the copper rod first, telling us that the copper conducts the heat more than every other rod, and the sheet and the wax melted for the metal sheet to fall off. Thereafter, the metal sheets fall off the aluminum rod, meaning that aluminum has lesser conductivity than copper. And following that, the sheet falls off the brass rod, which means that brass conducts heat lesser than aluminum. And finally, the sheet falls off the steel rod, which means that steel has lesser thermal conductivity than the brass. And the last one to fall off is the stainless steel, which means that in these experiments, copper has proven to have the most thermal conductivity. It means copper conducts heat the most of these 5 different metals: copper, aluminum, brass, steel, and stainless steel. Copper conducts the most, followed by aluminum, followed by brass and steel. And the least conductive metal in terms of heat in all of these is the stainless steel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can now tell which metal among these 5 has the best thermal conductivity. Thank you very much for watching. Keep glued to this page, follow us, like, comment, and you will keep enjoying interesting contents such as this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next video.